Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's Elliott Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a great week. Apologies for not having the session last week due to unforeseen circumstances that were beyond our control. We were not able to host the webinar. I hope that you were able to trade and be profitable nonetheless in the last week. All right, let's get started. What a great start to the new year. We've just ended the month of January already, and the market seems to be taking shape and looking very interesting into the month of February. We will be looking at that. So as usual, what we do with these sessions, we look at the forecast for the last week or the previous week, how the market played out, and the outlook going into the new week. So that's what we're going to do. Right, guys, so if you'd like to contact us for any reason, you can check out our YouTube channel under the description of all our videos. I'm just going to open the last one that we had here about 2 weeks ago. You open any of our videos here and you will find our contact details under the description. So if you look at this video here, you'll check here that we've got 2 mobile numbers. You can use either of those numbers, our Telegram channel, as well as the link to the trading view, our trading view. We also have our website, trading-waves.com. Talking about our website, we've got a chart of the week that we update every single week on our website. You can check it out there, and you can also make bookings for your courses as well as your monthly subscriptions on the website. That is trading-waves.com. You can check us out there. You can also look at our 2 social media pages, Twitter and Facebook, for daily updates on what is going on either in our live trading room or our daily updates. All right, so you can check out those charts over there. So that's what we're looking at. So let's get right into it. How did we forecast the market in the last couple of weeks, couple of days, and how did the market play out? Let's go straight into it. All right, guys, if you've not already done so, please subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like our content and share the videos. And also hit that bell notification button that helps you to get a notification every time we upload a video. Right, let's get right into it, guys. We're not going to waste time. We're going to go high level on the most probable charts that we'll be looking at into this week. All right, so let's just go through them here. We'll start with EURCAD. Now, the interesting thing about EURCAD is that this is a daily chart from way back in July 2022, 10 July 2022. If you look at that, we were headed this daily chart and we were in the blue box. This is a high, this is a higher degree chart on the daily. So we were in the blue box. We're anticipating that EURCAD is going to come here and reverse and start making a move to the upside. How does the market play out from there? So as you can see, this was from around 1.31, 1.317, and this is how the market played out. Look at that, the magic of the blue box. This is how we trade. We anticipate these moves. This was 6 months ago. This chart is still playing out as we speak. So if I just go to the site here, let's just go to, let me just go to the analysis here. Right, I just want to go to the actual chart here so you can see how this has played out on the daily. So this is EURAUD, right? So this is EURAUD, no, not EURAUD, EURCAD, rather. I'm looking for EURCAD, right? That's it. So look at where we anticipated this to drop. I'm just going to take this off here so you can see how this plays out, the high level. So we were looking for this to drop from around these levels, come down here around the blue box. That's 833 pips, as you can see here. How many pips have we pushed up already? We've already pushed up over 1,700 pip with this analysis. So this was over a 6 months analysis. And as I said in the beginning of the year, this is how we focused. We already have a forecast for the year. So when we've got the direction, we know that we're just going to be trading. Still here, guys? So as you've seen the analysis on this, we also give you some of these charts and some of these analysis on our website. And I want you to check out this one here on our YouTube channel, EUROAUD analysis that we've done about 3 days ago that is now played out. So let's just go back to our Slack channel. If you just go back to our Slack channel here, I want you to look at the EUROAUD analysis from last week. So let's go through and have a look at that EUROAUD chart. So have a look at this one. So this is EUROAUD. This we've gone into detail. This was a free chart and we've done a video on YouTube if you look at that. So look at that. We're looking for this to play out the expanding flat and for this to drop. Okay, so these two moves have already happened. Over 300 pips up and 300 pips down have already happened in this fashion here. And this is a new analysis from this year alone, January 18. We said this was going to make a move to the upside and it's going to make move to the downside. So we keep doing this. It's already 2023 and we've been doing this since around 2013, 2014. We keep improving, making it even more accurate, focusing more than one move at a time. Look at this one here, 391 pips. That's 400 pips already to the upside and 500 pips to the downside. Okay, so will this still continue to the downside? If we looked at that analysis in the week, we said that we're expecting to get at least a pullback around this level and we then continue to the downside. But let's see how the analysis going into the new week will play out like. Okay, so that is a EUROAUD. That is how we focused that. You can check that out on our YouTube channel as well. Now look at this one, Euro Pound. January 20, we said this was going to continue to push to the upside from around 87 to the upside here. Look at that one here, 245 easy pips just with this flat correction here. It plays out 245. Not the fastest move, but that is an easy one. Now, this one is very interesting because we pinpoint the reversals here. Look at Pound AUD. Obviously, if you can get Euro AUD right, you have to get Pound AUD right because they are both correlated. Look at this one here. We're looking for this one to make this wave 5 here and start making a push to the downside, looking at that there. So have a look at how this one plays out right from around here. As you can see, this is where we're looking for this to reverse around 840, just 10 points shy of where we wanted it to reverse. And this is how it is now playing out. So look at that. 1,045 pips, just like that. Look at that. 1,045 before. Look at where we wanted it to reverse at 40. Look at what has happened. 1,045 pips to the downside. That's Pound AUD. If you know the direction, why would you trade otherwise? Okay, so look at this one, UK100, the UK100. We're looking for this one to just simply continue to the upside. We'll look at the indices towards the end as well as the cryptocurrencies. What is the direction of the cryptocurrencies? Stay tuned on this one here. UK100. This is the UK100, almost 9,000 points. Remember, these are not pips. We're talking points here, guys. So we were looking for this one to go from around 7,000. It has now gone up to 7,900. So that's over 9,000 points here on 900 points here on the UK100. What is the outlook going into the new week? We're still going to have a look at that. So that's the recap of what we're doing and what we've been doing in this year. Now, guys, I want you to keep checking out our website, especially our chart of the week. So go to our chart of the week and you maybe one day just be lucky because our charts of the week are usually very accurate. So look at this one that we posted here as we start with the analysis for the next week. Look at the euro. We've been anticipating a big pullback on the euros. Okay, look at that. So this was let me open this chart here. So this was the 23rd of January. We were looking for this one to start dropping from here, pinpointed. What has happened with the euro now? It has already started dropping. I don't have the after chart, but we can just go straight into it and see from 950, what has happened with the euro. Okay, let's go look at that. Euro, US dollar. What is the next move with euro, US dollar? Look at that. Let's go to the 1 hour because that's the 1 hour chart. Look at where we are now. We were around here. We were looking for this to drop at around 950 here. This way we pinpointed it. Yes, granted, it went a bit up, but we're just simply looking for this to start dropping to the downside. This was a nice opportunity here with a flat correction to get an entry here coming to the downside. We've already dropped from where we focused it. We've got around 166 points. Where to next for the euro? So all the US dollar pairs, the US dollar seems to have taken gaining momentum again and getting some strength, and we'll be expecting that we get a big pullback to the downside. Where does this come from? So as you can see here, we are looking for this big. We are on this A here. We are looking for this deep B here for the euro. Okay, so we'll be looking for this to get to around this level somewhere. So we'll be trading this leg in the next couple of days, whether it's going to be a couple of weeks, depending on how this structure plays out. We're expecting this structure to be pretty much corrective. That is what we are looking at on the euro. All right, so let's have a look at pound US dollar. Now, pound US dollar, I'm going to go again onto the lower degree here. So we are coming down here. Let me just look at this one in a higher degree so you can see the structure. So we'd already started a move to the upside in what looked like 5 waves as far as pound is concerned. So we've got here, we've got a running flat there. Okay, we've got what looks like could be a wave 4 here. If we get a 4 here coming down here, we could have one more move to the upside before we come down. Then that will be a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we start getting the corrective structure here. But this will be telling here when we do break this low here. Let's see here if we're going to break that low for that move, and then we start making a move for the last one before we come down. That's what we're looking at. Essentially, that is what we are looking at on all the US dollar pairs. We are looking for short-term US dollar strength. If the US dollar is showing some strength, that means we'll be looking for a bit of upside across all the US dollar pairs. Where the US dollar is the base currency, we'll have to expect that that pair starts making a move to the upside. Do we get a breakout here and get a structure like this? So because that could give you a structure like this. Let me just use a different color here. We could be getting here 3 waves, and this internal structure here becomes 3 waves, 1, 2, 3, and then we get this one playing out as follows. Since we are seeing the US dollar strength, we could be seeing that, and we could be getting this as a WXY corrective structure, 3 waves. So look out for this breakout here when we're looking for this one to be giving us an opportunity for a move to the around that level. So that's what we'll be looking at here. Is that going to break out there? So let's have a look. We may get one more down here before we break to the upside, but this, as we keep saying, we've been saying for years, we use our special indicator to confirm these moves, these breakouts in inverted commas. US dollar CHF as well, showing strength. Obviously, it's the US dollar. It is a base currency. In this case, we'll be anticipating at least a push up to around these levels here, around 97. So whichever way it breaks out, we'll be looking out for that. Okay, so we've already got that move here. Is this going to be in the higher level, playing out this big expanding flat? Let me show you that on the daily. We could be playing out this big expanding flat here on US dollar CHF, 1, 2, 3 expanding. Do we start making a move to the upside? Let's have a look here. We could be getting up to this level. Up to this level, that's where we'll make a decision whether we're going to see new highs on US dollar CHF. Okay, so we look for opportunities for short-term upside. Audi US dollar. Let's have a look at Audi US dollar. I'm trying to open Audi US dollar here. Let's go. There we go. Now, Audi US dollar is a classic example of a clear 3-wave move. This is 3 waves up, this is 3 waves down, and this is 3 waves to the upside. Now, with this, are we getting a WXY corrective structure, which will get Audi US dollar to make another leg to the downside? Very likely that we get that leg to the downside on Audi US dollar. Let's have a look here on the 4-hour. I'll put this one on the 4-hour, this on the auto. So look out. So as you can see here, this pulsing move to the downside does not confirm anything. You need, for all we know, this can continue here, can give you a pullback and make a move to the downside. But you need to know why it should be piercing through to the downside like that. And this is why. So we'll be looking for this one to be making a 1, 2, 3. And we've got here in the lower degree, let's put it down there. You've got another simple A, B, C corrective structure. A, B, C corrective structure. You've got here another A, B, C corrective structure, and we're looking for this one to be a simple WXY corrective structure. Beautiful, beautiful chart here on AUD US dollar. So look out for this chart in the next coming couple of days. We could be making some really good money there. So AUD US dollars together with New Zealand, they are similar charts. New Zealand has made a similar structure as the pound US dollar because it has gone up in 5 waves here and looks to be giving us a corrective structure here in 3-3. We could be getting a 5 here to make this expanding flat. Will it just be making expanding flat, or is the move to the downside going to continue? We wait for it to break this low to see if we're going to get this to the upside. All right, so US dollar ZAR, already obviously here, you've got the US dollar as the quoted pair. What you need to expect here is you have got already a pullback in what looks like 1, 2, 3 waves. Okay, so you've got the 3 waves, and the US dollar ZAR is already making this structure here. So expect US dollar ZAR to see 18, okay, to be 18 rands per dollar. Okay, let's have a look to see that will happen there. And what structure will that be making? We've got here what looks like an ABC corrective structure. Here you've got a leading, or rather an ending diagonal here on US dollar ZAR. It has ended like that. So let's see here if we're going to get up to this level on US dollar ZAR. That is the forecast. I'll just do US dollar PLN just because they look all interesting. You can see it's all dollar strength, all around dollar strength. So expect 3 waves to the upside like that, and I'll do US dollar SEK for you. This is a bonus analysis for this week. I don't usually do these pairs. I'm just doing them because they look so clear. Look at this one here. Look at this one here. Likely that we get to around 10.8 US dollar SEK here. So we could be getting this structure here and then continuation to the downside. But first, let's get to around this level. All right, so that's bonus analysis there for you. US dollar yen, you've got US dollar there as the quoted pair. Rather as the base pair. So you've got here 1, you've got these 2 here, corrective structure, expected to at least retest 134. Whether it goes beyond that, it's possible, but let's at least get to 134 and slightly bit more and see if we're going to get a move to the downside on US dollar yen. Okay. Now, we have got AUD yen, which we said a couple of weeks back that it is bearish, and we want to see this move continue to the downside. But for now, seeing that we've got short-term US dollar strength, this could come back to around this level first before dropping. And I'm just going to go back to the 4-hour and have a look at that structure. So if you see this making a move to the upside, it is simply building this corrective structure here. Okay, so we already had this one looking like a 1, 2, 3, but it looks like this is going to be a little bit more complex and it's going to be a sideways correction. So let's see how this is going to play out. I can already see what it is doing because what I'm seeing here is that we've got something like this, and we already had something like this. Just give you an example. You've got 3 waves there. I'm expecting another 3 waves here before we can make a continuation of the move to the downside, and our structure will be as follows. All right, so that's what we're going to be looking at on pound yen. It is not clear at this stage. You don't want to be taking any trades there. Just give it a bit of time so we can build a little bit more data. Chief yen, expect a bit of a move to the upside. This is a corrective structure. Expect at least for it to give you a structure like this to around here. C145 again before coming down. So that will be a nice ABC corrective structure here on Chief yen. Okay, so the indicator needs to tell you whether this is going to happen here and whether it's got enough momentum to get to this level. That will give you about 400-500 pips in one trade. New Zealand yen, New Zealand, as we've seen, is showing weakness. So we may be still just building this corrective structure. I'm going to go to the daily here because these structures, as you can see, they're going sideways. For now, you need a little bit more data. I don't want to speculate on the structure, but what we're looking for is for this structure to build before continuing to the upside. For now, we are here with these three waves. Okay, is this going to be the three waves, or are we playing out these bigger corrective structure here? We could be already on our way down. So that's why we stay away from this one for now until we get an opportunity, and we get an opportunity, something like that, then we know that we're ready to ride the trend. For now, we stay away from New Zealand yen, Audi yen, a similar structure, but this one is a little bit more defined than the New Zealand. Look at this one here. We've got this structure here. Look at this here. Beautiful, beautiful structure here. One of those structures that I like because they're so complex, yet they're so profitable. Look at this one here. It is an ABC corrective structure here with a complex B correction. And let's have a look at this one here. We've got this one as 1, 2, and a 3. Let's use a different color. I want to use a green color there. So that is A, B, C. Okay, so that's the structure. Do we now see continuation to the downside? Let's see here if we're going to get an opportunity for this to continue lower. All right, so that is Audi yen. Seeing as the Audi is showing some weakness, we may be getting that. Interesting that there is some differences between how the other yen pairs are playing out compared to Euro and the CHF. Okay, so this one looks to be showing us a bit of a move to the upside. What will it be doing if it does that? So if it does that, we're possibly just going to be completing this bigger corrective structure. So we want to see this breakout around this level to complete that structure. Okay, so that it will make sense. So, and look for that move. All right, CAD yen will follow what US dollar yen is doing. You just need to see here 1, 2, 3 textbook corrective structure. You've got this one here, and you may be getting here 1 and then a move to around this level before any continuation to the downside again. Gold should be opposite to what the yens are doing. So we're expecting a big pullback, similar to what we're expecting on the euro, a big pullback on gold. So we'll be looking for a structure like that on gold. Remember, we're looking for, beginning of the year, we're looking for gold to give us the all-time highs, but we understand that the market does not move in a straight line. We're not expecting this. So that's why you see that we are now getting this pullback on gold. How will it play out? Doesn't really matter. We wait for it to pull out, to play out, and then we'll get the data so that we can then see another leg to the upside. But for now, we're simply making a pullback, no trades to the upside. Similar to the silver, you already have silver, 3 down, 3 up, and 3 down, WXY corrective structure. Now we've made this single move to the upside on silver. Now we expect a deeper pullback. Okay, so that's what we're expecting there on silver. Will it be a deeper pullback or a continuation to the downside? We're expecting a deeper pullback on silver. Right, so those are the commodities. Platinum, similarly, it was making a move to the upside from the structure. Remember the structure that we discussed on platinum? We've got a move to the upside. We've got this one as a 3-wave structure here. 1, 2, let's just draw this cleanly here. We've got this expanding flat there. We've got 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and 3 waves down. Let me use a different color. Why am I messing this up? It's 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and 3 waves down. And we'll be looking for this. We're looking for this one to continue pushing to the upside as follows. Now we're pulling back. We want to see what structure, what corrective structure is going to play out before we make a move to the upside. So a bit of patience required there. Brent crude, I will tell you nothing new other than we are still continuing to the downside. If you look at my first video of the year, in the second week, you'll see that we've been saying that Brent crude oil will see much lower levels this year. So expect continuation to the downside as far as Brent crude oil is concerned. You have also seen Pound Audi already on the recaps. So is Pound Audi playing out this expanding flat? Let's see if it's playing this expanding flat. Very likely that we're playing the expanding flat, and we're going to start seeing a move to the upside. Pound New Zealand, the same, but we want to see, let's go back, Pound Audi. That's pound AUD. So if pound New Zealand is showing strength, so very likely that this has done an expanding flat and we start making a move to the upside. And then pound New Zealand is already showing strength. So we could be seeing this move play out here for upside to at least around these levels. Let's keep an eye on these two pound pairs here. Pound CAD, you've already seen how EURCAD has played out. So with this one, we've already made an impulsive move to the upside. What we are simply doing now is making this corrective structure. I'm on the daily here, so we'll be looking for this to give you a structure like this before making a move to the upside. Simple structure, really, and that's what we're expecting on pound CAD. Pound CHF is still building this corrective structure. This corrective structure does not seem to be complete. You could be getting something like this here, 1, 2, 3. So we could see a bit of a lower level here before resumption of the move to the upside to start playing out this ABC corrective structure that looks to be in play in here. So those are the pound pairs. Euro pairs, you've already seen EURCAD. EURCAD is on a pulsing move to the upside, but now we are correcting. We'll be looking for this one to do a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then another either pulsing move to the downside or 3 waves to the upside, and then continue to the upside. That is a EURCAD. Nothing has changed. We have focused that on the daily. That is going to continue pushing to the upside. EURAUD, the same. Now, EURAUD, if you remember that forecast we did here on this expanding flat, we're looking for this to continue down, or rather to continue to the downside. So we've got this one here. We said it's going to make a move to the downside, and it's going to pull back, and it's going to continue to the downside. It may happen that it is actually playing out this structure. So let's watch for both possibilities here. Either one, the indicator will confirm, and we're not going to miss the trade. So we've got here 1, 2. There's a possibility for a 3 here, and we start getting here a move to the upside. But that will be determined by the indicator here. We've got here already WXY corrective structure, a powerful corrective structure. Let's see how this plays out. EUROCHF. Not much to take home about this one, except it looks like it's going to make another leg to the upside. But first, it may give you a bit of a pullback before it gets to this level. What we will be looking for with this structure is a likely complex B correction as follows: 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, so that will be your ABC corrective structure there for a move to the upside. Okay, that is that. Euro pound. So euro pound, as you've seen, we're forecasting pound US dollar to be making a big pullback. So we expect euro pound, this is the one that we also had on the trade recaps, to just continue to the upside going into this new week. Euro New Zealand, very clear structure. We've got a move to the upside here. You've got a corrective structure. We're seeing this one to go to a retest around this level. Continuation to the upside on Euro New Zealand. Very strong upside there. Let's go to the crosses. You've seen AUD New Zealand. I don't know if I've shared AUD New Zealand where we're looking for this pullback, but just look out for this one here before we continue with the drop on AUD New Zealand. I'm not going to dwell much on the crosses, but what you're seeing here on AUD CAD and the rest of the CAD pairs is that they are showing signs of weakness. So you've got 3 waves up there. Those who trade trend lines will even tell you that this is broken, but we don't trade trend lines, we trade patterns. Okay, so that is that here. So we've got a 9 move to the downside. We'll be looking for this one to continue to the downside because it has made this 3-wave structure here in A, B, C fashion. The C here is an ending diagonal. Okay, it's an ending diagonal in wave C. That's why we can call this ABC and expect a move to the downside. Right, AUDJPY. Nothing to take home here except a very simple expanding flat. Expect this to play out and get opportunities for moves to the downside. New Zealand CAD. Simple. Really, really simple. Corrective structure you're getting here. It's simple for me because we do this every day and we've been doing this for years. Expect this to come down around those levels. New Zealand chief, same. So we've made moves, 5 waves there. What do I mean by 5 waves? I'll show you now. This is 1, this is 2, 3. We want to see it break the low here and continue to the upside. That's what we're looking for here. Here you've got simple 5-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 on New Zealand chief. Very straightforward analysis. So the crosses are pretty much straightforward. This one we spoke about, CADJPY, did we? I don't think we have. So CADJPY, expect for it to be playing out this move here for upside. So that whole move could be making this 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it could be making this corrective structure. Right, so that's what we have. Let's go to the indices. Now, the indices last week, there was a possibility that they're going to continue to the downside. But what we are seeing here now is the following structures. That the indices is playing out the following structure. I'm going to show you now. This structure here. This seems to be building up a bigger corrective structure. So we want to see the UK, or rather not the UK, the S&P 500 come around that level and break this low so that we can see whether this is making the 3 waves and we're going to get another 3 waves before we push to the upside. So here we just want to see if it's going to break and confirm that structure. So far, nothing yet confirmed, except that we've got this as a big WXY corrective structure, possibly, depending on how that plays out over there. Okay, we just monitor that for now. Dow Jones Industrial, similar. We want to see if it's just going to make a move around this level and do this, because there's a possibility for that structure. Okay. Dow Jones Transportation, the same. And this one has already made the 3 waves. So we've got here, this one has already broken this level here. Are we going to start seeing this play out as follows? Because we started with this move. Are we going to get this one to do this? We're going to see that. DAX. Let's go back to the daily on the DAX and remember what we were looking at. So on the DAX, we're simply looking for the DAX to give us this structure. This is an expanding flat now. We saw this and we anticipated that the DAX was going to make 1, 2, 3, break the top and make this low. That structure is still pretty much valid. We just need to watch this structure here. All right, Nikkei. The Nikkei, what we'll be looking at here is we'll be looking for this one to do this here. So we have now looked at something like this. We've got this big corrective structure. Look at this. We've got this big corrective structure here. So there's a likelihood that we get this corrective structure here. That will give you a W. Let me show this one. A WXY corrective structure. I don't know if that structure makes sense. So this is what you have here. That is your X in yellow. You've got your W then purple, and you've got your X then purple, your Y in purple and your X in purple. Anticipation is a bit of a pullback and continuation to the upside to break this top here. Okay, we'll explain this in the next week, because if we're breaking that top, that means we are still saying what we've been saying all year round, that this is a big 3-wave structure and we can break the top and get another structure here before we push to the upside. Watch this space, WXY. Right, so that is the Nikkei, and last but not least, we're still going to go into the cryptocurrencies, is the Nifty. The Nifty has broken this previous high here after making what looks like a 3-wave structure to the downside. Look at this one here. We made these 3 waves in the last year, 1, 2, 3 down, has made what looks like another 3 waves. This can now come down impulsively, or it can come down with a 3-wave structure. Either way, that will just dictate to us what the structure is going to end up being. Okay, for this here, it's going to be a WXY. For now, that's the assumption, and then continuation to the upside. Right, so that's that. Let's go into the cryptocurrencies. Very simple space right now on the cryptocurrencies. Last week we said, or the 2 weeks before, we said we are likely going to have Bitcoin retest around the 25,000 level. We're very close to the level now. Is that going to be a retest and then we make a move to the downside? Or is this now the reversal that we've been waiting for, where Bitcoin is going to start continuing to around 45,000? Let's see how that plays out. If that happens, then we'll be playing out this big expanding flat here, but we'll play it one piece at a time, because we're still looking for this possibility here for 1, 2, 3, and that is the same structure across all the cryptocurrencies, that small structure that we looked at in the last week. Look at Ethereum, a similar structure as Bitcoin, only that one is more clearly defined, because you've got to move up, you've got 1, 2, 3, and we'll be looking for this to be giving you a structure like this possibly. All right, so that is Ethereum. Ripple may be done with its corrective structure as well, because we've got what looks like an extended leg wave C here, where Ripple can now just start making a push to the downside. But let's watch that for now. Sorry, it's Litecoin. This is Litecoin. The Ripple is this one. So what I've just done for you guys there is Litecoin. Now looking at Ripple, you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is it going to give us another 1, 2, 3 before dropping? We'll be waiting and watching out for that. Okay, I'm just going to pick out the last one. These are the 4 main ones. I'm just going to pick up Bitcoin Cash, for example, so you can see that we've got these structures here in the lower degrees that could just play out like this. Okay, before any continuation to the upside, we may get one more move to the downside. And that is the story for this week on the cryptocurrencies, guys. If you like our content, once again, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you've not already done so, and hit that bell notification button. Our next course, I didn't say this in the beginning, is going to be in March. We're going to have our first course in March. Okay, so just look out for that and for the cost prices here on our website. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. Cheers. Bye-bye.